This is Nightline. Tonight, the seemingly upstanding police officer using his badge to pull off the ultimate betrayal.
People like Joel, they're very good at wearing the masks that they want you to see.
His wife, realizing he wasn't who she thought he was, demanding answers.
Why can't you just be honest?
I am being honest.
And how it ends will leave you speechless.
Quite frankly, when a snake sheds its skin and slithers away, it's still a snake.
Plus, Anthony Bourdain, the charming chef famous for his way with words on shows like Parts Unknown.
This is the path to true happiness and wisdom.
Getting the biopic treatment, pulling back the kitchen curtain on the early days that helped shape his sizzling career.
I'm not a cook. I'm a writer. I said I could cook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that.
Antonio Banderas, known for hits like The Mask of Zorro. Hear how he took his co-stars to task in the kitchen.
Antonio's going to teach you how to do this. Antonio's going to get mad at you when you watch a dish wrong.
And Hilary Duff's pizza party.
This is what dreams are made of.
The special guest, the What Dreams Are Made Of singer, brought on stage at her second sold-out show in New York City. From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, what would you do if you found out your spouse cheated? And not just once. You're about to meet a woman making that shocking discovery. Her husband, a police officer, was using his position to have affair after affair. And you won't believe where some of them happened. Here's Nightline's Ashin Singh.
We would be walking through the grocery store and someone would stop and recognize him, and you could see him beam. He loved the recognition for it.
Take me back to the start of your relationship with Joel. What is it that attracted you to him?
He was striking, and he could light up a room. That was one of the characteristics that he bared the entire time of our marriage. He was exceptionally charismatic. I mean, people were drawn to him.
Caroline Borrega says for years, she thought her husband Joel Kern was one of the good ones, a stellar officer in good standing with the Colorado Springs Police Department. By all accounts, he was a pillar of his community and the most devoted father to his son and daughter.
What do I do?
Just pull it up. Don't reel it that tight. Okay, I'll help you.
That's so gross. Oh my God, that's so gross.
But all of that would come crashing down.
I believe that people like Joel, they're very good at wearing the masks that they want you to see.
Now Caroline is sharing all the stomach-churning details of her experience with deception.
Who would you have sex with? Why can't you just be honest?
I am being honest.
Joel's indiscretions are at the center of the 4th season of Hulu's hit series, Betrayal, based on the acclaimed podcast of the same name by Andrea Gunning.
Tell me about the time that you first heard Caroline's story.
She wrote into us, and, at first we thought this may be one episode. And when we uncovered the investigation files and the recordings of Joel Kern, and it really illuminated the way he lied, and we realized this has to be a season.
Caroline thought she was going to spend the rest of her life with her ideal man. But in 2022, Joel dropped a bombshell, texting Caroline that his department had opened an internal investigation on him following a disturbing discovery.
And I wrote back, "What are you talking about? What is going on?" And he wrote back, "I was caught receiving oral sex in my cop car. I lied about it during an internal affairs investigation. I'm pending termination. I have ruined our lives."
The incident uncovered after the husband of the woman he was having an affair with confronted Joel at his home.
That's my wife out there, the one that you in your cruiser? What are you talking about?
When he was revealing his actions to me, I thought, God, are you getting ready to get charged? What else is there?
In fact, Caroline would quickly learn there had been countless other affairs. From a tenant who was renting a property she had inherited from her parents.
Have you done anything with my husband? Have you done anything with my husband? Has my husband ever made an advance on you?
To the mother of her daughter's classmate, to another employee at the Colorado Springs Police Department.
Joel's probably the most sophisticated manipulator I've ever encountered.
I don't know the man that I was married to. I mean, he's a lie. He was giving a cover. The kids and I, allowed for him to kind of have this all-American dad persona.
Caroline filed for separation, and Joel moved out of their home into an RV, their kids supporting their mom. The series highlighting a moment when daughter Nicole realized that Caroline was heading to Joel's RV and left school to make sure she was safe and help confront her father.
How many people did you talk to? 50? 100? What's the range?
What was going through your head as a mom listening to your kids confront Joel?
It was horrible because this was not something that had been just devastating to a marriage. It was devastating to them as how they knew their father figure. It was an act. He was just an actor.
Caroline's divorce from Joel was settled later that year. While the investigation was pending, Joel entered rehab with hopes of saving his career, but never completed his stint. He retired with pension, and ultimately no charges were filed.
There was no repercussion outside of you can just retire and walk away. He just walks away free and clear. I mean, quite frankly, when a snake sheds its skin and slithers away, it's still a snake.
Joel Kern did not respond to multiple requests for comment.
Do you think there's a world where if he was maybe 10% more careful, that he could have lived on with this lie and sort of just kept living his life?
The scene where the husband of one of the women that he has an affair with knocks on the door.
That's my wife out there, the one that you in your cruiser? What are you talking about? Okay, my wife is there. Dave? I would want to know if you know her. I have no idea who you're talking about.
If he never knocked on that door, Caroline may still be married right now. I mean, just sit with that for a second.
In a statement to ABC affiliate KRDO 13, Colorado Springs Police Department said it has nothing new to add to the record regarding former officer Joel Kern. Any officer may retire while a misconduct investigation is pending, because Colorado law does not authorize CSPD to withhold or revoke the officer's earned pension benefits solely on that basis.
How did you get CSPD to kind of talk and play ball with you for this series?
We were able to make requests and get these investigation files, and to their credit, they gave them over, and so I have a lot of respect for that.
Caroline still lives in Colorado Springs, learning to make peace with the ghosts that live there too.
This is what Betrayal does. It not only shatters your reality, but your understanding of your space is different. So when she drives around Colorado Springs, where she's grown up and lived her whole life, it now feels different because she looks at buildings where she knows her ex-husband has had affairs.
One of the things that I think is imperative for people to know is that not only was the docuseries and the podcast therapeutic and healing, but it was healing because everything I say is corroborated by multiple sources and passed through a legal team. It shows that this is the truth.
Caroline hopes others in similar situations will feel less alone after hearing her story.
There were so many years where my identity was mom and a wife, or a wife of a police officer, and I put everything else on the back burner. What was once the title of we is now me. And right now I'm just focusing on making sure that my life is, happy.
Were you surprised that this resonated with so many people?
I was nervous to tell my story and to be so vulnerable to an entire world, but there was this internal fire in me that just really wanted women specifically to know they were not alone and to have that empowerment and to understand that this is not something they have to sit in silence about.
Our thanks to Ashen. Season 4 of Betrayal, Dirty Secrets is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. And now a look ahead at Monday's show. Nearly 30 years after the shocking drive-by shooting death of Tupac Shakur, the only man ever to be arrested for the superstar rapper's murder about to stand trial and denying all charges. All the latest from the Las Vegas courtroom. And when we come back, Anthony Bourdain, sharp-tongued chef known for bringing exotic cuisines into the mainstream, now getting the biopic treatment, exploring the early kitchen jobs that launched his trailblazing career.
If anybody asks, I'm not a writer. I work in a kitchen.
Welcome back. Beloved chef Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown show opened many Americans up to exotic and local cuisines and helped shape foodie culture as we know it. He's now the subject of a biopic, exploring the early days that helped mold him into the culinary artist he became.
I'm not a cook. I'm a writer. I said I could cook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that.
That struggling line cook would go on to become one of the most beloved figures of his generation.
What's up, Anthony?
Everyone's saying that they want to be in their Anthony Bourdain era.
Every day I wake up, I eat yogurt, and then I cry to Anthony Bourdain edits.
I get it. I get the cultural obsession.
Anthony Bourdain, beloved celebrity chef, travel influencer, and documentarian who took fans all over the world in search for culinary adventures. Now his early years are the subject of Tony, a new biopic from A24.
If anybody asks, I'm not a writer. I work in a kitchen.
Well, I was generally just fascinated with the idea of someone who kind of breaks out in this very natural way as like a tour guide of the world.
Everyone knows Anthony Bourdain from his best-selling Kitchen Confidential that dramatized the greasy grind of life as a line cook.
Welcome to my world.
To his food travel logs like No Reservations, Parts Unknown.
Anthony Bourdain was so beloved because he really represented authenticity. Like, he kind of laid everything out there on the table, warts and all, and people really responded to that because he not only made food approachable, but he made himself approachable too.
And a cook's tour. Bourdain consumed some truly wild dishes like a still-beating cobra heart.
This is one of those things that you just got to do, right? How about the heart still beating, right?
The one that is the most like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'd ever have the courage to eat it, is the still beating cobra heart that he talks about.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you cut the heart out of the snake and eat it while it's still beating.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Disgusting.
The film earning an early 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics praising the film's humanity. New York Magazine's Grub Street writing, Tony both adds to and rises above a cottage industry dedicated to selling Anthony Bourdain's mythology. The film set during his real-life stint as a line cook during his college years.
I need a job. You worked in a kitchen before?
Sorry.
Played by actor Dominic Sessa, the 23-year-old star known for his breakout role in the Oscar-nominated The Holdovers.
I lie, I steal, I piss people off.
Tony, directed by Matt Johnson, the director known for Blackberry.
Do you know how much it costs to send a text message?
Yeah. 10 cents, and the network gets every penny.
We already have thousands of hours of this guy. Why do we need a movie about him? And this movie is in some ways the answer to that, because this is trying to become a deepening of people's understanding of how he became the person that we all have an image of in our head. He is that verbally fluent, totally confident, socially invincible adult that we all wish we could be.
The film shot on location in Provincetown, Massachusetts, the picturesque seaside village Bourdain worked in at the very tip of Cape Cod.
Even young Anthony Bourdain in the Garden of Eden is still a miserable, narcissistic, can't figure it out young man. And so that, I guess you would say the collision of those two things made for something interesting, which is very Anthony Bourdain, right?
Dominic Sessa thrown into a real-life kitchen just like young Bourdain.
I observed some kitchens in New York, but really, no, there was no prep. I mean, we showed up to the kitchen and it was like, okay, Dom, you're the dishwasher now.
Antonio Banderas, playing Bourdain's on-screen mentor, a grizzled master chef himself.
Let me teach you this. This is how you open an oyster.
Banderas, known for classic roles in The Mask of Zorro and the titular swashbuckling cat from the Puss in Boots franchise.
Puss in Boots laughs in the face of death.
Having Antonio Banderas and Tony, I think, is important for a couple of different reasons. I mean, obviously, he is a phenomenal actor himself, but he also owns 8 restaurants, and he apparently is an incredible cook.
He really, really opened up to me, and Matt as well, I think. And to get his respect and also reassure me and give me support and, you know, tell me I was doing a good job, you know, sometimes meant a lot.
The film doesn't shy away from Bourdain's demons, with Bourdain himself once describing his 20-something self as badly in need of a good ass kicking.
I think I definitely was addressing my own ego a lot in preparing for it. I think maybe amplifying in a lot of ways my own insecurities. A lot of the days just like really, it was tough, you know, to like be constantly thinking about like the worst parts of yourself.
Anthony was incredibly open about his struggles and demons, and I think in a lot of ways he not only normalized what it meant to be successful and high-functioning successful, but also still struggling with things like depression, but he also made an entire community feel incredibly seen.
Bourdain shocking many when he died by suicide at age 61. But his legacy in life reaching people's hearts, encouraging others to find their hunger for life, especially during dark times.
I think because Anthony Bourdain was so open and so authentic about his very real experiences with depression, addiction, and suicidal thoughts.
I'd like to be happy.
He left a lot of breadcrumbs for people who might be working through the same things themselves now.
He doesn't really become famous until his mid-40s. I think we all look to him with a sense of, oh, so then maybe it's not too late for me either, right? My life can start despite my failures.
I think over the course of his life, he had a very parabolic trajectory, ups and downs, to the extremes.
For sure.
And I think if there's anything that I learned from Bourdain's life is that there's always hope when things are bad. You always have control.
Tony is in select theaters now. When we come back, why Hilary Duff paused the show at her second sold-out Madison Square Garden concert, and what her very special guest had to say about the menu. And finally, Hilary Duff's Madison Square Garden onstage pizza party. It's tonight's Nightline. The millennial queen known for hits like What Dreams Are Made Of from the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
Pausing the show at her second of 2 sold-out nights for a New York moment, inviting some very special guests to the stage, her 3 daughters. For quintessential Big Apple Nosh, one of her girls channeling that blunt honesty New Yorkers are known for.
It's good, but it's cold.
And that's Nightline for this evening. Watch all of our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here on Monday. Thanks for the company, America. Have a good and safe weekend.